So in the previous video, I covered the fastest way to level from level 1 to 70 in Diablo 4 Season 13. But once you hit level 70, the real grind begins. Because now, we are not just talking about reaching max level anymore, we are talking about the long route from Paragon level 1 all the way to Paragon 300. And if you just randomly farm whatever activity you see on the map, yes, you will still level up eventually, but it is going to feel slow, very slow, painfully slow. The kind of slow where you start questioning your life choices while staring at another XP bar that barely moves. So in this video, I'm gonna show you the best ways to farm experience after level 70, what activities are actually worth your time, and what you should prioritize if your main goal is to push Paragon levels as fast as possible. Now, before we talk about Season 13, let's take a quick look back at the previous season, because Season 12, Season of Slaughter, was honestly one of the craziest XP seasons we have ever had. Back then, the leveling method was basically living inside Infernal Hordes and killing the Butcher over and over again. The Butcher could keep spawning back to back, and every time you kill him, he gave a huge chunk of experience. It was simple and ridiculously fast. But now, that is gone. No more endless Butcher spawning, no more free giant XP bombs every few seconds, no more sitting inside Infernal Hordes and watching your Paragon bar fly like crazy. Infernal Hordes can still give decent experience, and if you enjoy running it, you can still do it. But for pure leveling speed in Season 13, I would not put it at the very top anymore. It is more of a backup activity now, not the king of XP farming. So if you are already level 70 and looking for the fastest way to level up, then this guide is for you. And if you are still below level 70, I have already got you covered. Go check out my level 1 to 70 leveling guide first. Finish that part of the journey and then come back here once you unlock your Paragon grind. Because this video is all about what comes after level 70, from Paragon level 1 all the way to Paragon 300. Now, let's start with the number 1 best and fastest XP method this season, and the winner is, hands down, Kurast Undercity. Kurast Undercity might not look that crazy if you only judging it by monster kill experience. The monsters themselves are not really the main reason why this place is so powerful. The real power comes from the XP orbs that drop during the run and at the reward chest at the end. These XP orbs can give a massive amount of experience, and in many cases, picking up this off feels way better than just killing monsters. However, the required upgrade here is Jade Epiphany in the Undercity skill tree. You can unlock this very early, thus required level 1 from Undercity activity. And once you have it, XP orbs will drop whenever you gain an attunement level inside the Undercity. At attunement level 1, you get 1 XP orb. At level 2, you get 2. At level 3, you get 3. And at level 4, you get 4. That is already 10 XP orbs just from gaining attunement level during the run. Then on top of that, when you complete the run and open the reward chest, you get even more XP orb from the chest itself. So one shot Undercity run can give you a huge burst of experience, and that is why this activity is the best for Paragon leveling. And the best part is, Kurast Undercity is not only good for XP. Before you starting the run, you can offer tribute and use bargains to target farm the rewards you actually need. So while you are farming Paragon experience, you are also stacking useful rewards at the same time. That's what makes this activity so efficient. You are not just leveling, you are also progressing your character. To farm this efficiently, stack movement speed, it is extremely important. You are going to run Undercity again and again, so every second matters. If your character moves like an old man, your XP per hour is going to suffer. Try to get movement speed on your boots and use mobility skill whenever you can to make your character run like hell. But don't run too fast, you might miss the XP orbs. Your pet will not pick them up for you. So when your attunement is about to level up, slow down for a second, grab the orb, and then keep moving. The worst feeling is speed running so hard that you leave the best part of the run behind you. That's not efficient. That's just donating XP back to the dungeon. Also, don't force yourself into a difficulty that is too high. I know higher level difficulty sounds better, and yes, higher difficulty can give better XP and rewards, But if it makes your run slower, it is not worth it. For XP farming, speed is king. You want to play at the highest difficulty where you can still delete monsters quickly, move fast, and finish the run smoothly. If a higher difficulty makes you struggle, die, or take twice as long to finish, then you are not getting more XP, you are losing time. If possible, I highly recommend running Kurast Undercity in a party. The more players you have, the faster you can split up, activate Spirit Beacon, clear objective, and push through the run. A good party can make Undercity feel incredibly smooth. Everyone goes in different direction, clear fast, build attunement faster, and you get to the reward chest much quicker. Each run should only take around 2 to 3 minutes depending on your build, your movement speed, and your party. Short run, excellent XP return, and customizable reward. That is why Kurast Undercity is my #1 recommendation for Paragon leveling this season. Now, if Kurast Undercity is not your thing, then the second best choice is the pit. The pit is still a very solid XP method, especially once you start unlocking the right upgrades in the pit skill tree. The most important here is Current Soul, which allows you to convert glyph upgrade chances into XP ops after completing the run. That means if you don't need to upgrade a glyph at that moment, you can turn those upgrade chances into experience instead. And depending on your difficulty and progression, each conversion can give a very nice amount of XP. This is what makes the pit very interesting in Season 13. You are not just running it for glyph progression anymore. You can also turn it into a Paragon XP farm. And when you combine that with fast clear, the pit becomes a very good second choice. You can make it even better by unlocking more upgrades like Coron Haze and Heart of Stone. This upgrade helps increase the number of glyph upgrade chances you can get, which means more opportunity to convert those upgrades into XP ops. It takes some time to unlock everything in the pit skill tree, so don't worry if you don't have all of this immediately, just keep running it. Level the tree naturally and it will become stronger over time. The key with the pit is same as Undercity. Do not push too high just to prove something. This is not a leaderboard flex, this is leveling. If you can clear a lower pit tier in 2 to 3 minutes, that is usually better than suffering through a higher tier for 8 minutes just because the number looks cooler. Fast run, fast reward, fast XP, that is the goal. The third choice is Whisper bounties. Whispers are always reliable because they are everywhere around Sanctuary, and they are very easy to fit into your normal gameplay. You don't have to overthink too much. Open the map, look for the Whisper bounties, complete them and turn in your 10 green favors to a Whisper cache. But if you want to farm Whispers efficiently, don't waste too much time on slow objective and less green favors bounty. Always prioritize the 5 green favors bounty first, especially the ones that can complete it quickly. Seeding Abomination, Lair Bosses, Dungeons, Blood Maidens, and World Bosses are all great targets when available. Seeding Abomination and Lair Bosses can often be completed extremely fast, sometimes under 1 minute if your build is strong. Dungeons can also be speedrun in around 2 to 3 minutes if you ignore unnecessary fights and focus only on the objective. Blood Maiden refreshes every hour, so it is worth checking when Helltide is active. World Bosses are also great, but they only spawn roughly every 3.5 hours, so don't sit there waiting forever unless the timer is closed. After you finish the fast 5 green favor objective, then you can pick up the 3 green favor bounties. And only after that should you bother with the smaller ones if you really need to finish the last few points. Farming Whisper caches is one of the best ways to level is because Whisper caches don't just give gear and material, they also drop XP ops. And if you unlock Wisdom of Whispers in the Tree of Whispers skill tree, those caches become even better because it will drop 50% more XP ops. So Whispers are not only good for cache farming, they are also a strong Paragon leveling method. Especially if you combine them with other activities, you can farm Lair Bosses, Dungeons, Helltide objective, and World Bosses while also completing Whispers at the same time. That is why Whispers are so valuable. You are doubling dipping without even trying too hard. The fourth choice is Nightmare Dungeons with the Forgotten Wisdom affix. Now, this one is a little more situational because you cannot simply target farm this affix whenever you want. Nightmare sigils are random, so you need to check your sigils and see if any of them have Forgotten Wisdom. If you get one, don't throw it away. Use it properly because this affix can be very useful for leveling. With Forgotten Wisdom, killing monsters inside the Nightmare Dungeon has a chance to drop XP orbs. These orbs can give a very good amount of experience, but there is one catch. You need to manually pick them up. Your pet will not collect them for you. So this method is not always the smoothest if you are the type of player who like to blast through dungeons at full speed. If you enjoy pure speed running, this might feel a little annoying because you have to slow down and grab the orb. But if your goal is maximum XP, then it is worth paying attention to them. The other big bonus from Forgotten Wisdom Nightmare Dungeons is the Experience Well. This well can appear inside the dungeon and give you a 15% bonus XP buff for 1 hour. That is a very nice buff to grab before starting your serious farming session. However, this bonus does not increase the experience from XP orbs. It only works on experience from killing monsters. So don't expect your XP orbs to suddenly give you extra 15% XP. Still, it is absolutely worth grabbing because you are going to kill monsters anyway, whether you are running Undercity, Pit, Whispers, Helltide or Nightmare Dungeons. So if you get a Forgotten Wisdom Sigil, I would treat it like a setup tool. Run it, grab the Experience Well, collect the XP orb inside, and then use 1 hour buff to continue farming the main activities. Now, before we end, I want to mention one bonus method that a lot of players might overlook, and that is helping party members to complete war plan activities. When you help party members complete war plan activities, you can earn war plan party chests. Depending on how many players are in the group, these chests can drop gear, material, and also XP orbs. So even if it is not your own war plan, you are still getting something out of it. This is actually a nice bonus if you are playing with friends, clanmate or random groups. You help them finish their activities, they help you finish yours, and everyone gets extra rewards. It is not something I would build my entire leveling strategy around, but as a bonus on top of everything else, it is definitely worth taking advantage of. So to quickly wrap everything up, if your goal is to push from Paragon 1 to Paragon 300 as fast as possible, my number one recommendation is Kurast Undercity with Jade Epiphany. It is fast, efficient, and the XP orb value is insane. My second choice is the Pit, especially once you unlock Coron Soul and the upgrades that give you more glyph upgrade chances. My third choice is Whisper Bounties, because Whisper caches are simple, reliable, and even better with Wisdom of Whispers. And my fourth choice is Forgotten Wisdom Nightmare Dungeons, mainly because of the XP orb and the 1 hour experience well buff. Infernal Horde are still playable, and if you enjoy them, go ahead and run them. But compared to last season, they are no longer the crazy butcher XP machine that carried everyone leveling. This season, you need to be a little smarter with your route, your activity choices, and your war plan upgrades. And remember, Paragon 300 is not something most players will reach in one day. It is a long grind, so don't burn yourself out trying to play like a robot. Farm efficiently, rotate activities when you get bored, and always focus on speed over difficulty. The faster you complete your runs, the more XP you get over time. That's it for this guide. If this helped you plan your Paragon leveling route, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll be making more Diablo 4 content, guides, farming routes, and endgame tips. So if you don't want to miss the next one, you know what to do. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.